Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten 774 here, bringing you the next video in our walkthrough for Nancy Drew Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. We just learned out something a little bit suspicious about Ranger Akers. He told us he wasn't related to William Akers, who was Mickey Malone's top henchman, I guess. Top confidant. But then we found a journal where William Akers talked about his son's name, and his son's name was the same as Jeff Akers' father's name. That's super confusing. But anyway, it suggests that William Akers might be his grandfather, and he lied to us about it.
Hello again, Miss Drew. Am I in for another interrogation?
I'd like to mail this photo to the woman in Las Vegas. Can you do that for me?
As always, I'm here to serve, Miss Drew. Just give it to me, and I'll take care of it. I'm sure she'll be very pleased to get this back.
What can you tell me about the gold that Malone supposedly buried on his property?
As far as I know, it doesn't exist. It's just one of those rumors people want to believe, so they do.
Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure.
No, I want to interrogate him.
Hello again, Miss Drew.
What do you know about a man named Joe Akers?
Why do you ask?
I recently found out that William Akers had a son.
All right. William Akers was my grandfather.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
It's not exactly something I'm proud of. My father spent his whole life trying to make people forget what my grandfather was, and trying to make sure people who didn't know what he was never found out. I've been doing the same thing.
What did William Akers do after Malone was arrested?
I'm afraid you're going to have to excuse me, Miss Drew. In case you've forgotten, I'm a very busy man.
Ooh, I've offended him. Can I talk to him yet?
I apologize for my previous behavior. As a park ranger, I strive to keep my personal feelings in check at all times, and that time I failed. It's my duty as a public servant to try to make it up to you. What would you like to know?
Did your grandfather ever find any gold on Malone's property?
If he did, he never spent it. He wasn't poor when he died, but he certainly wasn't rich.
Thanks for all your help.
Not a problem.
Hi, Yogi. Hi, Yogi. Okay, so we got Jeff Akers to admit that he was related to William Akers. But that's kind of where it ends. There wasn't too much else there. We sent the picture off to Vivian, so she's going to send us something important. Let's make it nighttime, because we still need to take a picture of a red-tailed hawk for Red, and we can't find it anywhere. So he's going to have to give us a hint or something. Tell us where to look. For goodness sakes. Okay. Up we go. Nighttime. I like the random bananas. How are they not getting more ripe? They've been the same amount of yellow, and this is like the 4th day we've been here. That's not how bananas work. Just like moons don't stay full all the time. Let's wander out to Red's platform. Also, just the fact that we get to walk all the way is exciting. You don't see that in some of the newer games.
How's the bird watching coming along?
Mickey Malone supposedly buried a bunch of stolen gold bars on his property way back in the 20s. Did you know that?
Really? That's interesting. I don't much care, but it's interesting.
So you don't know anything about it?
Nope.
I just can't seem to find a red-tailed hawk. Any suggestions?
Well, there's gotta be lots around here. You haven't been going around wearing sunglasses and earmuffs, have you?
No, Red, I haven't.
Well, according to my bird map, they like to nest in the big tree that's just to the southwest of the Malone house. I suggest you park yourself nearby and wait. Bound to spot one sooner or later.
See you in a while.
Watch yourself out there.
He's so rude. Haven't been walking around wearing earmuffs, have you? No. There hasn't been a hawk. That's all. Okay. let's make it daytime. We can stop being salty. Alright, so he said the big tree southwest of the Malone house, which, I mean, that looks like it used to be a big tree.
I don't see any hawks, but this is probably the tree Red was talking about. At least it was the tree. That sounded like a hawk.
I see it.
There it is. I better get a picture before it takes off.
Got a picture. Hey, what's it standing on?
Hey, what is that hawk standing on?
That's weird.
That looks like a speaker.
Oh. What?
Huh?
Oh, jeepers. Okay.
I better get out of here.
Oh, no. Whoa.
My arms and legs are tied. I can't move.
We're locked in the
At least
shed
I
and
can
it's on
kick.
fire.
If I could just get that scythe down, I could use the blade to cut the rope around my wrists and free my hands.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So... Set the thing on fire. There. Okay. Now set that thingy on fire. And then we use the gnome head to press it up, which will burn the ropes there and knock the scythe over for us, which we can use to cut our hands.
I can't just let this
And
thing
escape.
burn up. I've got to put it out.
Oh gosh, okay. We need water. Run to the wall pump. Okay. Bucket. I need a bucket. Where's my bucket? Bucket. Okay. Up and pump. Can't we just throw the water bottle on it? Will that be enough? Okay. Bucket of water. Go up. Run! Run! Put out the fire. It only takes 1 bucket of water, apparently.
What in blazes happened? I saw the fire from my platform and came running. You weren't in there playing with matches, were you?
I was looking at birds, and then I noticed something on the house, and the next thing I knew, I was locked in the tool shed and somebody was setting it on fire.
Whoa, you're not making much sense. Probably smoke inhalation or something. Come talk to me after you've cleaned yourself up and gotten some sleep. I need to tell you something.
Somebody tried to kill you?
I didn't say that.
Somebody knocked you out, locked you in a shed, set it on fire, and you think they were, what, just pulling a prank? Wake up and smell the hostile vibes, Nancy.
I guess it's just hard for me to believe that anybody would consider me to be that big a threat.
I should have never let you stay there by yourself.
Sally, I'm fine. I feel bad about your tool shed, though.
Who cares about the shed? It was full of junk anyway. I'm glad to be rid of it.
That's kind of the way Ranger Akers saw it, too. He showed up right after the birdwatcher did and ticketed me for burning refuse in a manner that endangered park property.
That man is insufferable.
Emily was nice, though. She came by right afterwards and wouldn't leave until I drank the tea she made for me.
Look, Nancy, one more time. If you want to leave, just say the word and I'll come get you.
Sally, one more time. I'm fine.
Well, then promise me you'll be careful, okay?
I promise. I'll be in touch.
You better.
Well, that was fun. We almost got set on fire. Good times. Got a picture of a hawk, though. What should we do? Well, Red said he had something to tell us, so let's go to bed until nighttime. Go tell him we've gotten pictures of all the birds. Tell him to not insinuate that we were playing with matches in sheds. We are not that dumb, Red. Jeepers. Jeez. Hey, look, he has gas. Gas starts fires.
Hello there. I owe you an apology. After you came up here looking for those red tails, I gave my map a closer look and realized it was more than 50 years old. Reason you can't find them is probably because their favorite nesting tree is gone. Finding that hawk's gonna be harder than I thought, so why don't you just give me back my camera and I'll take it from here? It didn't get burned up in that fire or anything, did it?
Somebody clobbers me over the head and then tries to barbecue me, and all you're worried about is your camera?
It's a very expensive camera.
I never noticed those gas cans before.
I ran out of gas. So much for being prepared, huh? Well, that's all I wanted to tell you. I'm sure you've got places to go, things to see, people to pester.
You'll be happy to know that I did get a picture of a red-tailed hawk. So here's your camera back. I got all the birds.
Thank you, Nancy. Nice work. You're a credit to your generation.
See you in a while.
Just remember, eyes open, mouth shut.
Glad to be a credit to my generation. Thanks, Red. Alright, let's go back into the house and make it daytime. Nighttime, daytime, daytime. Okay. We should... Let's go check with Jeff first and see if Ranger Acres has anything for us from Vivian. Then maybe we can yell at him for ticketing us for being killed by fire. Because that's just rude. Yogi! Yogi's so cute.
A package just arrived for you from Las Vegas.
Woohoo!
Great. Vivian sent me the key.
I'll dispose of the package. Wouldn't want to break any littering laws, would we?
Thanks for all your help.
That's why I'm here.
I wouldn't just throw it on the ground, you know. I would keep it in my never-ending backpack here. I have so much stuff right now. How am I carrying all this? I've got a life jacket, I've got a flashlight, I've got bottled water, a hammer, screwdriver, a bucket, face mask, gloves. Like, do I have the world's largest backpack? Alright, let's see if Emily has anything to say. She might not, but it's good to check in.
How you holding up?
Do you know anything about the gold that Mickey Malone supposedly buried somewhere on his property?
All I got to say about it is, if there really was a bunch of gold buried somewhere and nobody ever found it, it's for darn sure nobody ever will. Not with them dogs up there.
Guess I'll see you later.
I guess you will.
I guess you will. Interesting. Alright, so we have the key from Vivian. So that means we can try to get into this secret speakeasy that she told us about that we have no idea if it exists or not. Let's try it. So let's... Oh, not that way. Let's go to the cemetery. La-di-da-di-da. La-di-da-di-da. Nice little hike through the woods. A lot of clicking. Clickety, clickety, click. Clickety. There we go. Alright. So, she said the tombstone of the Bureau investigator that had it out for Mickey, and we know that's Waldo Matthias, and there's a convenient little hole for a key. It didn't open anything, but it lets us move these letters. But it's not going to let us put in anything until Vivian tells us what to put in. Because, I mean, we could keep guessing for forever. So, we better go ask Vivian. She would be the only one who knows. Doo-doo-doo. So now we get to walk all the way back through the woods. You know what we should do too? This is the first Nancy Drew game where you can actually get a physical Easter egg in your inventory. So, let's do it. Let's get it. So the way you do that is you go to the phone and you call, I believe it's 555-MAN with 2 N's. Need to just double check. Where'd it go? Yeah, 555-6266. 555-6266.
Hello, Manon, and congratulations for being one of the first to solve the Scarlet Hand mystery in the final scene. For meritorious service and keen sleuthing skills in a Nancy Drew mystery, I hereby award you with this super-duper deluxe Easter egg finder. Wave it around in good health.
Woohoo! So she just did 2 references to previous Nancy Drew games, Secret of the Scarlet Hand final scene, and we have this egg, which can actually let you find, it can help you kind of debug the forest, so you can find different pathways that you couldn't find otherwise. But anyway, let's call Vivian.
Hello?
Is this Vivian?
No, this is your station drop-off. Vivian's fixing snacks in the kitchen.
Oh my gosh, Eustacia Andropoff? Harry Houdini's cousin?
Use the air horn like I showed you!
No, Eustacia, wait! It's Nancy Drew. I talked to you on the phone a couple of months ago, just after a friend of mine was kidnapped in St. Louis. I asked you questions about the theater where the kidnapping took place, the Royal Palladium, remember?
Nancy Drew. The Snoopy one. You're not dead yet?
No.
Most people, I talked to them one day. Next day they're dead. It is an old age thing.
Oh, stop being so morbid. Here, have some clam dip. Hello? Nancy? So you know Eustacia, huh? Small world. Well, what's up?
William Akers, the guy you call Willie. He wrote about looking for the gold that Malone had supposedly buried on his property at Moon Lake. Do you know anything about that?
The hole in the floor gold heist. Well, I'll be darned.
So it's true? He did bury gold on his property?
Truth be told, when Mickey told me he was the one who pulled off that heist and that he'd buried 20 gold bars at Moon Lake, I didn't believe him. I thought he was making it up. See, Mickey and I were on the outs by then. I thought he was just trying to entice me to come back. But if he told Willie the same thing, maybe there's something to the story after all.
Do you have any idea where he might have hidden it?
Afraid not. Mickey was so secretive that the men who completed his house at Moon Lake were not only forbidden to talk about the work they'd done, but they were ordered to leave the state for good, or else. But you know, I think he mentioned a map. Yes. He said he was making a treasure map and that... the dogs. Something about those dogs of his.
The dogs will lead the way?
He was always saying that. In fact, I'm pretty sure he had it engraved on his tombstone. Think, Viv, think. He said he was making a treasure map and that he was also having paintings done of each dog. He made it sound like one thing had something to do with the other, like he was giving me some big important clue. But I just figured he was playing games, trying to lure me back with mystery and intrigue. I told him to buzz off. Maybe I shouldn't have.
Did he say what he was going to do with the paintings?
He said he was going to hang them in the speakeasy, and I'm sure that's precisely what he did.
Can you remember anything about Malone's dogs that might suggest where he hid the gold?
I stayed away from his dogs. They made me nervous, always jumping around, barking at this or that. The only one I liked was, what was his name? Iggy. I liked Iggy because he was nice and quiet. He just lay on the porch all day and didn't make a peep.
I got the key you sent me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. There's just one thing. It doesn't seem to work.
Oh, the key unlocks the letters of the inscription. Just dial in the password and you'll be set.
There's just one more thing.
You don't know the password. I'm sorry. Eustacia and I've been playing canasta all day, and I guess beating her all those times took more out of my brain than I thought.
Next game, I win. Next game, loser pays for pizza.
Well, get out your wallet, sister, because you're going down. So, where were we? Oh yeah, the password. Let's see. It was the name of that federal agent, his first name.
Waldo?
No, not his real first name. What Mickey was always calling him. Baldo. That was it, Baldo. I always thought it was mean to call him that, especially since Mickey was starting to get a little sparse on top himself.
So I just turn the letters until they spell Baldo?
Yes, dear, but like almost everything else in life, it's trickier than it sounds.
Are there any other tricks to getting into the speakeasy that I should know about?
I suppose it's only fair to warn you about the tunnels, and the doors, and the dead ends.
Tunnels? You mean there's more than one way to get to the speakeasy from the cemetery?
Mickey had his men dig a bunch of tunnels between the speakeasy and the cemetery with hidden doors that opened when other doors closed, and lots of dead ends, so that if the speakeasy was ever raided, his guests could hide from the police. I was always terrified of getting lost, but you're a plucky girl. I'm sure you'll be fine.
It's been fun talking to you.
23 skidoo, kiddo!
All right, so we now have some compelling leads on a treasure that's supposedly buried here and on how to get into a speakeasy. So I'm going to leave this part here, and I'll see you in the next part, fellow detectives. Thanks for watching.